Hello everyone and welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Peace be to you, my friends. This is how Neville Goddard interprets the devil. Before I start, I'd like to say trigger alert, trigger alert. This might upset some people, but these are not my opinions. This is just how Neville Goddard interprets scripture through his own experiences. So if you feel like you might be triggered, don't watch this video. But anyways, this is how he interprets the devil. So first of all, Neville Goddard doesn't see scripture and everything that happens in it as something historical that happened in the world. He sees it as something that is symbolic, something that happens in the psyche, in the psyches of humans, in the human psyche, the psychological drama that plays out within the human mind. That's how he sees scripture. And he sees all the characters in scripture as states of consciousness. He doesn't see them as external people. Like I said, he doesn't see the Bible, for example, as historical. He sees it as symbolic. So he sees the characters within the books, within scripture, as states of consciousness that we all experience within ourselves. He doesn't see them as external people who lived in history, who did things. He sees them as states of consciousness. For example, he sees Jesus Christ as the end state of humanity, where you awaken to your divinity. You awaken to who you really are. You remember your true nature and you use your imagination. You understand the power of your imagination and create it. Use it to create reality. That is how Neville interprets Jesus Christ, the awakened you, not as a historical figure. I'm not saying I agree with him or not. I'm just sharing his interpretation. And this is how he interprets the devil. Mind you, for every character in the Bible or whatever scripture, he like I said, he sees them as states of consciousness within ourselves that we experience, that all humans experience once they descend from heaven and enter into earth to experience life, to experience death actually, to experience that which we are not. And so he interprets the devil not as some external evil entity that is causing havoc and chaos in the world. He sees the devil as the state of consciousness of doubt. When you are you have a dream, you have a vision, you have desires that you're trying to manifest and attract and create. You're using your imagination, and then you start doubting yourself. You start doubting your power. You start doubting God. You start doubting everything. And that is the devil, according to him. A state of consciousness where you doubt. So it's not an external evil entity that is causing all the problems in the world. No, it is your own mind when it's in doubt. So what should you take from this? Overcome doubt. Be single-minded. Have unwavering faith. Not just and I'm not saying have unwavering faith in an external deity that you should worship and fear with all your heart. That's not what faith means. Unwavering faith means trust. When you have a dream, you have unwavering faith. It is coming. You use the power of your imagination to create the reality that you want. And you don't doubt your power. You don't doubt your own divinity. That is how Neville Goddard interprets the devil, scripture, and other things as well. So thank you for listening. I hope this brought you value. I'll see you next time. Peace.